Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my take on the January 5th, 2019 new moon slash solar eclipse in Capricorn. Now, basically, when you're talking about a solar eclipse, it's pretty much essentially like a new moon, only more amplified and intensified. It could be more prodigious in its impact, can be more sustained, and also can be very life-altering. It could also be about becoming more cognizant of something. It could be about like a self-revelation. It could also be about manifesting a significant departure of someone significant in our lives. Now, this could affect all collectively, but Capricorn, and some people with the Capricorn or Cancer Sun, Moon, or Ascendant the most, given, of course, because Capricorn being in their sign, and Cancer, of course, because simply Cancer can be affected strongly by and impacted by all transits, phases of the moon, given that the moon does govern Cancer. And I think a lot of this could be attributed to why the zodiac sign Cancer can be so fickle, temperamental, and moody. Now, given this is a solar eclipse, this could be very strong, tremendous revitalization of energy, very rejuvenating energy. You might have a really strong abundance and surfeit of vitality and energy at this time. You may feel like nothing can inhibit you or hold you back. You may feel like almost conquering the world. A little exaggeration, distortion, but not much. But what's frivolous and superfluous can very well be discarded at this time. What may have prohibited you and held you back could really not be there anymore. This is a time where this is very exceptional, often extemporaneous and spontaneous energy with a lot of an enterprise and initiative. I mean, especially given this is in a cardinal sign, you're also going to have a total of 7 planets in cardinal signs. So this can reinforce and accentuate much impatient, hurried energy. It might be a time where you might really be hurried to start something right now, and procrastination, hesitation often is not in the vocabulary right now in terms of trying to get things done. This is also could be the start for many, something life-altering, perhaps on something Capricorn related. It could be something with dentistry, accounting, business, something political, something with the government, even something with computer programming, position of authority, management, even something new in the mundane world, just regular general work. Could be start of something with a lot of ambitious energy, responsibility, something very consistent, regimented, something that was very planned and premeditated. Now, mine is going to fall. I mean, of course, it's important to look at the house this falls in one's chart, as this could strongly impact the delineation and interpretation. Now, mine is going to fall in my 9th house in my chart. Now, as I've talked about before, this could be a reflection of becoming cognizant of something. This could be a time for me where I might become cognizant, perhaps, that maybe what was really inhibiting me in terms of expanding my horizons was a very limiting, maybe overly pessimistic and negative outlook. I think that's how it might manifest with me in terms of this new moon, solar eclipse in Capricorn being in my 9th house. It could be maybe just being overly depressed, melancholy might be inhibiting me from expanding horizons. And another thing too, I think how this may manifest with me, considering this could be life-altering, this could be something where perhaps I may embark or start something very consistent, regimented, which could ultimately lead to some kind of publication. Now, 9th house is connected with publishing, and also you're going to have a light conjunction to Pluto. Pluto can be connected with the occult, which I believe can include astrology, so you can do the math as far as that goes. Now, it's also important to look at the look at the aspects this makes to points in your natal chart, as this could impact the delineation and interpretation as well. Now mine is going to make a light trine to my natal Saturn in Taurus in the 12th house. So what this could do is this could add perhaps even more discipline to this energy, and be able to, perhaps if I'm going to do something that I want published eventually connected with astrology, this could be blend in a very strong ability to work persistently in solitude, in seclusion, and laboriously. And the 12th house, of course, could be connected with the metaphysical, so you could do the math as far as that goes. Now, another thing too is looking at this electionally, I found this very interesting as well, is that when you're looking at this new moon slash solar eclipse in Capricorn, you're going to have Pluto and Saturn making a light conjunction to this to this new moon. Now many of you may have heard that recently that Donald Trump has threatened to close the border completely. Now I'm wondering if this might manifest into reality, because given that you're having all this, Capricorn government energy, you have Saturn in the mix. Saturn's about restriction, authority. Then you have Pluto connected with power. This could be something where you look at this. I mean, this is you're talking about the Saturn restriction, and then you have the Pluto power, you have the Capricorn energy connected with the government, the new moon slash solar eclipse, something new associated with the government that's going to be connected with some restriction, perhaps something connected where the power is really being strutted very strongly, so to speak. Also too, as far as Sabian symbols goes, this is going to be at 15 degrees. So this could be something where, even though it's Capricorn energy, 15 degrees could be a little bit more audacious as far as Sabian symbols go. And being so, if you're going to embark on something, be careful that you're seeing all the fine print. Being audacious could lead to one's detriment. But on another side, another way it could manifest is that this could be very about prodigious achievement. If you're able to block out any worry or apprehensions, if you're able to eradicate that, you might be able to accomplish a great deal with this new moon slash solar eclipse in Capricorn. Also too, remember that you're going to have Mars in Aries as well, so this could add to very extemporaneous, assertive, and spontaneous energy. And as I stated before, you're going to have the solar eclipse during this time. You're going to have 7 planets in cardinal signs, so this is going to reinforce and accentuate much impatient, hurried energy. There's going to be no planets in air, so a lot of action, less talking. It's really about ideas are going to prevail and take precedence over words at this time. You're also going to have Venus near 29 degrees of Scorpio. And as I stated before, eclipses can often be about endings of significant relationships. The fact that Venus is close to 29 degrees Scorpio may reinforce this as well. It could be the ending of a very provocative, deeper relationship, a sexual one, or maybe for some people that may have a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embody Scorpio-like characteristics. And the thing about this too is, thought was interesting was when I did the chart, I looked at the chart, the event chart for this in Washington D.C., and it put the 6th house cusp at 29 degrees Capricorn. I'm really wondering if this may manifest in, perhaps, I know some of you may have heard about the government shutdown, and I'm wondering if maybe 29 degrees could signify the end of something. Capricorn could be connected with the government, 6th house, or it could be connected with employees. So I'm thinking, maybe are we going to have some government employees walk out, becoming exasperated, tired, full, so to speak, of the situation? The ones that might not be getting any pay, are they going to get tired of this? Is this going to come to an end? Are some government federal workers just going to be fed up and just take off and leave? I mean, I think it might be possible, depending on if this comes to an end or not. Now, another thing too is the fact that I'm sorry about that background noise, people. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to extricate myself from this situation as soon as I can. Another thing too I noticed is that going back to when I calculated that chart, the event chart taking place in the one for Washington, D.C. for this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn, the house setup was very similar and comparable to Donald Trump's chart. It was that you had 28 degrees Leo rising in the event chart. The house cusps were very similar. So, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, I think he's going to figure very prominently in this. I think a lot of people figured that anyway. But again, this simply reinforces and reaffirms that feeling, I believe. And really last but not least, another thing that I notice is that you're going to have there's going to be a tight inconjunct from Venus to Uranus at this time. And again, this is going to reinforce many people perhaps trying to extricate oneself from deep connections that maybe not serve their purpose or have as much significance to them anymore, and free themselves from that, I believe. I think that is going to be how this may manifest. And of course, you have the solar eclipse, which could be about endings for many people, endings of significant connections. Some cases they could be with a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant, or it could be with people that simply embody Capricorn-like characteristics. It could be older people. So those are some ways that this may manifest, I do believe. So anyway, people, well, anyway, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my take on the January 5th, 2019 new moon / solar eclipse in Capricorn. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about why I believe we need the zodiac sign Libra. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.